Hello everyone, I am Carrie and I am back with another energy reading, and this time it is the full moon on October 28th, so very near Halloween. It is the hunter moon, so the full hunter moon that's coming up. I want to read the energy of that, but first, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all of that. Thank you so much for just being here with me in this reading. So, the full moon, the full hunter moon, October 28th. I picked one card to be the overall energy, and that card that came out was resilience. Hopefully you can see that. So this lady's got a big old sack on her back. Looks like she's just come up a mountain and she's kind of walking flat. She's not climbing anymore, but this thing is still heavy on her back, but she's still going. So to be honest, what I see the overall energy of this full moon is resilience. Just keep going. It's funny because like when you've worked so hard, it's like, all right, can I stop working so hard now? Can I get a break? And what I'm seeing is it's not quite time for breaks yet. Like just keep going, keep pushing, keep doing, like keep on with your consistency, keep being consistent, doing the same thing over and over and over. Keep putting in the work. The load is still heavy, but it's not time to put it down yet. So it's really like that, keep going, keep pushing. And the hunter moon, so this is the moon where hunters are able to go out underneath the full moon and get, meat to store for the winter. Because this is around the time that it starts to get like really cold and snowing, and basically right before the time that you need to go inside and not be out here in these very cold streets. So it's time to like start making sure you have enough meat for the winter. It could be even your last hunt. I'm not sure how hunters and stuff did it back in the day, but the moon is up, you can see at night, and now you can go and surprise the animals in their own territory. So they might be sleeping or something. Anyway, it's just saying like keep going, keep doing it, keep being persistent, keep going after it. It's not a time to rest. It's like not quite yet. Yes, you did climb this big old mountain, but you still got a ways to go. So don't quit just yet. Okay, so I got all these clarifying cards, and we'll start here. Attraction and gratitude. So I just feel like the energy is giving you, or these cards are giving you the keys to how to take advantage of this energy. If you want to attract some things to you, be grateful for what you have and be grateful for your situation. Be grateful for what you have in the now. And be especially grateful for the types of things like if you're getting a little bit of glimpses of some of the things that you've been trying to manifest, don't be mad at those little glimpses. Be very happy and be very grateful. It's like, oh man, I've been trying to manifest $20,000. I just found $10 on the street the other day. Thank you so much. That's gonna go towards my $20,000. $10 is far from 20,000, but it's not zero. So be grateful for that. If you find it, if you didn't even have to work for it and it's given to you, heck yeah, be extra grateful for that. So you can help the universe understand like this is what I want. Having that energy of gratitude around that. And then we have trust and purity. So to me, this is all about going within. If you see this card, you see this goose is sitting on top of this egg that has a woman in there. So it's kind of like just trust the things that you have created. Trust that the universe has your back while you're going within trying to manifest something. Trust that if maybe you've written a paper or report or something, like trust that it's going to be looked at in a favorable way. Trust that the work that you've put in is going to yield positive results. Trust that if you have been putting in work for, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some other situations and circumstances. If you've been putting in work for like a relationship, if you've been like, you saw somebody, you're like, you know what? Because I was watching David Beckham's thing on Netflix, and he saw Victoria, and he was like, that's it, I want her. So if you have been putting in the work, like to be consistent, to say hello to somebody, to show up for them, to be their friend, to be kind to them, not stalking, of course, but being kind to somebody, and putting your intentions out there with that person and just being consistent with them. Like, trust that you'll get some results back. Maybe you won't be like David and Victoria Beckham, but maybe you'll be friends. Maybe you'll have them in your life. You know, just trust that the energy that you put out there, you're going to get back in positive ways. And I have purity, trust being clarified by purity. Trust being clarified by purity, because you can't see what's going to happen in the future, but just trust and know. Like, keep your mind pure when it comes to like outcomes. Don't spiral about like what coulda, shoulda, woulda, maybe could possibly happen if these scary circumstances were there. No, be pure in your thoughts and be like, you know what? I like this girl. I like Victoria Beckham or whatever. I can't remember what her actual last name is. I like her. I'm going to be real consistent with her. I'm going to show up. I'm going to give her flowers or whatever it is that you do to court a girl. And, you know, maybe I will get the energy back that I'm asking for. But instead of being like, oh, she would never, she could never, she would not see me like that. If you're like, the energy of this full moon is, don't even be in your mind about all that kind of stuff. Just trust that the energy that you put out there, you're going to get back. And then we have growth and change. These two go hand in hand. As you grow, you change. I mean, even as we're children, we grow into adults. Our whole bodies change. Our faces change. You know, what we like and dislike changes. Our style changes. What we can and cannot eat changes. So many things change. So as we grow, we change. And maybe as a part of this full moon, we will be starting to see some changes come about in us. It could even be with the things that we're passionate about. You know, we might have loved Pokemon back in the day, but now we are more into stocks and bonds, you know? Or maybe we're into stocks and bonds and Pokemon, but you know, we've expanded the things that we care about. And that could be showing up for us more in this full moon. So with this full moon, you could even be getting some more opportunities based on the things that you've been more interested in lately. So, because change happens all the time, right? But sometimes there comes that one point where we're like, wow, I didn't realize. Like, I know I've been working steadily for this. I've been working steadily towards becoming really good at being a stock person. Not even a broker, but somebody who's into stocks. I've been working steadily about being good at that, but now I'm actually seeing some results. I'm seeing some change with the growth I've been making, the steps I've been taking. I'm seeing the change happening. So we could be seeing that turning point right now during this energy of the full moon. And then over here we have fear and sovereignty. This is interesting. It's also kind of giving you the cues here with the energy of the full moon. It's saying if you want to be afraid, you will be. If you don't want to be afraid and you want to believe, then you will. It's kind of like there's nothing to fear but fear itself. So it's like there's no reason to be afraid. But if fear is going to be helpful for you in this situation, then sure, be afraid. If you think that fear is going to assist you, like say if you're hunting, and sometimes when you are afraid, like your senses heighten, you smell better, you see better, like that fight or flight kind of helps you in this situation. So if you want to be afraid, be afraid. But if you want to be sovereign, and if you want to be like, all right, I'm going to focus so that my senses are better. I'm going to focus on what I see, what I hear, what I smell. I'm going to stop, pay attention, and focus. Then that's the kind of energy you're going to call in. So I'm really feeling in this energy of this full moon is like you have choices here. You can be afraid or you cannot be afraid, but the outcome could possibly be the same. It's just the way in which you will experience it. And then I just got these cards of advice. I'll tell you, when I was flipping these cards, courage flew out. It was like, courage. And I think that's going back to the same, like you can be afraid, you cannot be afraid, but the outcome can be the same. It's all about your experience. So experiencing this thing with courage, let me be open to courageously taking the steps that are shown. In this time, again, the main goal is resilience. So keeping going, even though we've been already out here hustling, keeping going. So having that courage to keep going, even though we are not sure what's going to happen, even though, you know, it can be a little bit scary at times, like just having the courage to keep taking the steps. And then next we have intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. I mean, I feel like that speaks for itself. Like just really paying attention to your intuition. And because it's clarifying the purity and the trust, it's like, know what you know. Like, you know that this thing that you're putting this work into is going to happen. It's going to, you know, come the way that you want it to come come through the way you want it to come through. So just trust that. Don't even like allow other things to come in your mind and taint your vision. Just trust your vision. And then we have grief. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. So I love this definition of grief, because if it comes to our growth and change, then if the ice in the heart is melting, then that's what's happening here. So maybe you are softening to whatever it is that you wanted to envision. You're softening to your own dreams. You're softening to love even. You're softening to allowing this to come into your life. And so because of that, there could be some tears. There could be some grief. There could be some letting go of the past, especially when we're talking about growth and change. Letting go is needed. And then we have inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. And so sometimes our inner child can come through and let us know, hey, this situation that you're in, I'm a little bit afraid, I'm scared. Because remember this thing in the past, remember that happened, remember this time. So having all of those memories can certainly stop you sometimes from having the courage to move on and having the courage to hold your sovereignty. You might just decide, I'm going to do it afraid, but you don't necessarily have to do it that way. I think this inner child card is saying, like, acknowledge the fear, but still hold yourself in that compassion. Understand your needs and feelings when it comes to whatever situation it is that you're experiencing, especially if you're trying something new. But still know that you are sovereign. You are the one that's in control. I feel like as children, we really feel like we're not in control because it seems like everyone else has the control over us. Our parents, our teachers, our pastors, whoever. It seems like everybody else is in control, but remembering that no, we are sovereign over our own lives. Okay, so that is what I'm getting when it comes to the energy of this full moon. Thank you all so much for watching. Keep on going, you guys. Keep being resilient. Keep putting in the work and just trust that the outcomes that you have been looking for are coming.